A nun wrote this down. Her screams sounded like a veritable herd of wild beasts orchestrated by Satan forming a hellish choir. Not lions, not bulls. A 16-year-old girl, in a school. Two priests show up for the exorcism. Clara Germana Selle immediately grabs one by the throat, with his own stole, mid-prayer, with grip strength that is definitely not human. 170 witnesses watch the final levitation. She rises 5 feet into the air. A smell hits the room. Think the back of a New York City garbage truck. On the hottest day of August, after a long route. Gone. And so is whatever was inside her. Except it comes back a year later. Second exorcism. 10 days. Same ending. Same smell. 170 witness accounts. Still unexplained. If Satan personally possessing a teenage girl in South Africa sounds disturbing, the last case on this list happened in Iowa, in 1928, and it directly inspired the most famous horror movie ever made. Erling, Iowa, 1928. Emma Schmidt is 46 years old, and she has been suffering since she was 14. 32 years of possession. Because whatever got inside her was in absolutely no hurry to leave. Father Theophilus Reisinger shows up to perform the exorcism. His car refuses to accelerate the entire way there. Even the vehicle knew what it was driving toward. Emma is brought to a Franciscan convent, strapped to an iron bed, arms bound. Strongest nuns in the building assigned to hold her down. The moment she arrives, she can smell the blessed food before it enters the room. Refuses to eat anything. For 23 days. The exorcism begins. Emma's body lifts off the bed, floats to the ceiling, then sticks to the wall, like a spider. A 46-year-old woman, plastered to the wall of a convent in Iowa, in 1928. She makes sounds witnesses describe as a horde of lions and hyenas. Not one lion, a horde, in a convent, in Iowa, on a Tuesday. Father Reisinger determines she's possessed by 4 entities: Beelzebub, Judas Iscariot, her aunt Mina, and her late father Jacob, her own father, who abused her in life, came back after death, and kept going. That detail alone should break something inside you. The exorcism lasts 23 days, spread over 4 months, projectile vomiting throughout, superhuman strength, animal sounds, speaking languages she never learned, wall crawling. Several nuns asked to be transferred to a different convent. Can't say I blame them. On December 23rd, 1928, Emma leaps off the bed, screams the names of every demon inside her. Beelzebub, Judas, Jacob, Mina. Then, hell, hell, hell. Collapses, wakes up serene, whispers, "Praise be Jesus Christ." And for the first time in 32 years, it's quiet. Emma remained under church care for the rest of her life, died peacefully in the 1940s. The case was profiled in Time magazine in 1936. The levitation, projectile vomiting, and bed restraint directly inspired The Exorcist. Everything you thought was Hollywood fiction happened first in a convent in Iowa, to a woman who had been waiting 32 years for someone to help her. 5 women, 5 countries, 5 centuries. Invisible creatures biting a teenager in Manila. A German woman dying at 68 pounds with Hitler's voice on tape. A South African girl levitating 5 feet off the ground in front of 170 witnesses. A satanic high priestess outsmarting an Ivy League psychiatrist's cats. And a woman plastered to a convent wall in Iowa for 32 years. Which case disturbed you the most? Drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, whatever was in that Manila jail cell in 1953 still hasn't been fully explained. Just something to think about. At 3 a.m., when the cats start acting weird. I'll see you in the next one.